At 9:17 p.m., everything froze. Cars stopped in place. Phones went black, and a strange light hovered silently in the sky. No headlines, no official statement. But the people there, they know what they saw. A city trapped in time for 3 minutes, followed by blackouts, nightmares, and disappearances. They called the site Zone Zero. And what you're about to see was never meant to be shared. But what if that's all true? It was a normal night. No storms, no strange weather, until a light appeared in the sky. But it wasn't a plane or a drone. It didn't blink like a star. It pulsed, slowly, steadily, like it was alive, bright, silent, hovering above the town center. Suddenly, clocks froze. Phones died. Security cameras glitched. And the creepiest part? Absolute silence. No barking dogs, no traffic, people on the streets, paralyzed. Something stopped the entire city for exactly 3 minutes. But for those who lived it, it felt like forever. And when everything turned back on, the light was gone. No trail, no sound. What was that? Why this city, and why did the military show up so fast? That's how Zone Zero began. And what came next was even stranger. At exactly 9:17 p.m., every clock in the city stopped, not slowed. Stopped. And the strangest part, when they came back, they all showed the same time, 9:17, as if time itself had been paused or overwritten. That detail showed up in every witness report, that frozen number burned into memory. Experts tried to explain it away. An energy spike, maybe a blackout, but even backup generators failed. Emergency lights didn't turn on. It was like reality itself had been unplugged or rewritten. And in the middle of it all, that pulsing light still hovered. Then came the other reports. People blacking out and waking up in different places. Strange dreams that same night, and a high-pitched sound that some say came from inside their minds. But that was just the beginning. What happened next was much worse. An elderly woman was the first to speak. I saw a glowing circle above us, but it didn't cast a shadow. My body trembled, but I couldn't move my feet. Then came dozens of similar reports. Teens, children, elders, all describing the same light. Bright white, but constantly shifting colors as you looked. Some said the light was breathing. Others swore it wasn't hovering. It was phasing, like moving in and out of dimensions. The most disturbing, many heard voices, not with their ears, but in their heads. Short phrases. Don't move. They're watching. Words that came with a chill no one could explain. The effects didn't stop there. Days later, some reported nosebleeds, memory gaps, and a terrifying sense of being watched. Then the military showed up. And that's when things escalated. Less than 12 hours after the event, military trucks blocked every road, no press conference, no warning, just armed soldiers, unmarked uniforms, and strict orders. No one in, no one out. Locals were told to stay indoors. Anyone trying to film? Silenced immediately. Helicopters circled the area. Silent drones scanned the sky, and in the exact spot where the light appeared, something was being built. Sensors, lid panels on the ground, even a transparent dome, like they were containing something, still there. But no one explained what. The ground showed no signs of impact. No burns, no damage. But the soldiers walked as if they knew exactly where to step and what to avoid. Then, leaked files began to surface. And in them, the proof this wasn't the first time. An anonymous military technician leaked classified files marked ultra-confidential. They referenced previous zone events in 1978, 1992, and 2009. Same pattern, pulsing light, electromagnetic disruption, time anomalies, and unexplained disappearances. One file included a thermal image, a humanoid silhouette, standing in the center of the light. The caption read, "Unknown entity, exposure 12 seconds." But the most chilling part? A directive to erase all physical evidence. Photos, sensor logs, environmental samples, all marked for immediate disposal. They called it Zone Zero Effect, Containment and Forgetting. Sounds like fiction, right? But the documents are still out there. Copies circulate the deep web, and many involved vanished shortly after. But the people in that town didn't forget, especially once the real side effects began. Locals started noticing strange things, objects moving on their own, metallic sounds coming from inside walls, and the weirdest part, a new crack in the town square, humming faintly like a low-frequency buzz. Some researchers believed it wasn't just a visit. It was a breach, a dimensional opening. That theory gained traction when crop circle-like patterns appeared in the grass, smaller but with similar geometry, and the electromagnetic readings, off the charts. Compass needles spun wildly. The area felt alive, and not in a good way. Then came the dreams. Dozens of people reported the same visions, dark places, no sense of time, and tall, silent beings watching them from the shadows. Mass hysteria, maybe. But what happened next made everyone take it seriously. 3 days later, Lara, a 20-year-old student, left home to buy bread. She never came back. Her phone last pinged in the center of town, then nothing. 2 more people disappeared by the end of the week. No bodies, no clues, just gone. But that's not all. Many began reporting memory issues, waking up in unfamiliar rooms, not recognizing parts of their homes. Some had new scars they couldn't explain, and in a few disturbing cases, 2 people remembered the same memory, as if something was blending their minds together. More and more claimed they felt watched. Not in a paranoid way, in a real way. Something was near. Something was studying them. The army denied everything. But then, the light returned. Around 3 a.m., a sharp flash cut through the sky, slow, deliberate, and zigzagging over the city. Locals pulled out their phones, recording what they thought was a glitch in the sky. But when decoded, the blinking pattern revealed a binary message: incomplete opening, do not interfere. This was set a one-time event. It was phase 1, a failed connection, a warning, a countdown. The military didn't return, but strange black drones started hovering above rooftops. No lights, no sound, invisible to most, but constantly moving. The tension grew, especially when independent scientists stepped in. 3 physicists and 2 engineers visited the site after the army pulled out. Using their own gear, they ran tests, electromagnetic fields, radio frequency scans, soil analysis. Their findings were published anonymously, but they stunned the internet. The readings didn't match any known natural phenomenon. Magnetic fields were warped. Compasses spun uncontrollably. Radiation detectors went off, but it wasn't nuclear. One scientist called it dimensional residue, evidence of something passing through. Even weirder, they picked up faint audio in the background. Not static, not interference. Whispers in languages no one could identify. Right after the event, local news covered it briefly. Shaky videos, terrified witnesses, odd military presence. But within 48 hours, every video vanished. Journalists were reassigned. Footage deleted. All traces wiped. Conspiracy theorists claimed private aerospace companies got involved, pushing for silence. Not just to bury the event, but to hide new technology recovered from the site, something beyond our understanding or control. But the locals remember. They still have copies, they still have scars, and some still hear the buzzing at night. Whatever happened in Zone 0 left a mark, and some believe it set's just beginning. What if it wasn't set just a light? What if that moment was a test, or a door we weren't supposed to open? Because the deeper you dig, the more you realize someone or something wants this erased. But the evidence is still out there, and those who saw it were changed forever. Zone 0 might have been the first step. The real question is, are we ready for what's next? If this made you think, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and share this with someone who deserves to know the truth.